Hi kids. You alright? Good. Good. Thank you for all of the likes and subscribes and messages that I have received following the previous show. And it's come to my attention that the show is very stupid, and this one needs to be a lot more sensible, because, you know, it's arcades and arcades are sensible. So what I'm going to do, oh, by the way, I've updated all my stuff. I've got like a lapel mic. You can't get a t-shirt mic. Whoa! Nearly knocked me camera off the table. I've got a table and a camera, but it's not a camera really, it's a phone. It's a phone, but it's quite a good phone, and it records stuff. You've got a mic. Tried to sort the lighting out. I've got a bit more lights. I've got a bulb. I've got a really good bulb, which is better. It's like a brighter bulb, and then you can, you know, swish it on and off and that. Oh dear. Capcom. We're looking at Capcom today, which is a company, Capsule Computers. I had a cap. I was going to put a cap on. That was really funny, but we're not doing funny. We're doing facts. Card, hold, hard, cold, facts. Yes, yes indeed. So this is Capcom from 1984 to 87, the first iteration of Street Fighter, August 1987. So not the World Warrior, which is 1991, which reinvigorated the arcades. The arcades are invigorated. They are there. Oh, stop rambling, man. It's going to go on free. Stop rambling and start shambling. This is a shamble. Anyway, I've learned on my editing software. I've learned how to do jump cuts, so I can cut this, so it's like funny and that on my not. Right. What was I doing? Capcom. Yes, I reckon there's 17 games from the first video game they did in 1984 until August 1987, when Street Fighter 1 reached us, and we will see what they are. What I've been really clever. I've done like a countdown of my favourite from 17 to 1. You can get, if you know me, you can guess what number 1 is, but it was 2 to 16 will be a joy to discover. It will. So strap in, if you strap into stuff, and get ready for Capcom. Yeah. In at number 17, February 87, Avengers. Not those Avengers, you silly Billy. You've only got punch and kick here, no melee weapons or bullets. We need more bullets and melee weapons, Capcom. Come on, lads, this gets a bit staid. If staid is a word, I think it's a good word. Number 16, September 86, the Speed Rumbler. It's a bizarre car thing. Your little man can get out of the car, but don't do that, kids, or you get killed to death. Not a good idea. Number 15, November 86, Legendary Wings. The first bit's okay, with Xevious style bullets and bombs, and then you get swallowed up by a man with a face with a big gob, and it starts introducing slow and clunky platformer sections. The scrolling on the monitor might look a bit janky, by the way, because I've had to turn off switch res in Groovy Meme, if you know what that's all about, and it then records the screen without that banding effect. But it's watchable. It's watchable. It's also playable, but you get screen tearing. Anyway, number 14, September 85, Ghosts and Goblins, one of the first big 3 Capcom games. A favourite for many, but once I tried Ghouls and Ghosts, there was no going back for me, kids. I much prefer the second game. Number 13, March 87, Bionic Commando. Oh yes, he is. Tried this a few times over the years, but I'm not keen on that robot arm thing. I prefer Konami's Rock and Rope, which uses a similar game mechanic, and it's a better game, I think. Number 12, April 86, Trojan. This is my first of my hidden gems. I just found this. It reminds me of Kung Fu Master. You've got a shield and a sword, and it's medieval baddies in a modern setting. It's a bit weird, but cool. Number 11, November 86, Sidearms. A lovely looking and sounding game, but I've always found that shooting the symbols to change your choice of power up in the middle of the action is distracting. That's a bugbear of mine in games. And number 10, Section Z, Sidearms is little brother. The good thing about limiting yourself to playing a certain set of games like this is you find hidden gems like this. I'm definitely going to go back to play this. I'm really enjoying it. Okay kids, that was 17 to 10, we're now going to do 9 to 1. I know there's some weird choices in there, but I did explain my feelings in the audio while I played these games. Hopefully the buttons weren't too rattly, and I got the volume levels right. But I'm still young. I'm still testing this medium. I'm still testing it, so I'm getting better. Like, I got a lapel mic and that, and some lights and a bulb. So let's check out 9 to 1. Oh, you're gonna love it. Ooh. Number 9, June 87, 1943, the Battle of Midway, sequel to 1942. I end up concentrating on shooting the symbols to get more energy or weapon upgrades than playing the game, and I always found that distracting, so it's not a brilliant game for me. Pretty good though. Number 8, September 84, Pirate Ship Higemaru, another hidden gem, Penga with extras. Quite a lot to like in this game and a lot of depth to get into. I know I'm going to love this one when I put more time into it. It looks really cool. Number 7, November 85, Gun.Smoke, a western vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. Unusual 3 buttons. You got 3 buttons to fire at different angles. Your cowboy shooter thing takes inspiration from the next game I'm thinking. Number 6, July 85, the excellent Commando, push screen vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. The second of the big 3 Capcom games in this list, I think. Iconic gameplay, tough, like all early Capcom games are. Get used to it, kids. Number 5, X's or Savage Bees. Oh, don't get stunned! Space-themed shoot 'em up, typical of the era, but with space insects. A good solid shooter. Your craft could do with moving a little bit faster, I think, but it's a pretty good game. Number 4, July 84, Sun. Unusual horizontally scrolling platform shoot 'em up. Journey to the West, Chinese fable, but he's going east. Sun's going east. Go west, mate, you'll end up in Ipswich. Good game though. Number 3, August 87, Black Tiger or Black Dragon. This has everything. The complete gamoli. Hey? Graphics, sound, slick gameplay, awesome weapons, great level layout. Love it. Number 2, Capcom's first game, May 84, Vulgus. Simple, endless space blaster with excellent gameplay and devious enemy attacks. Slow build of the difficulty level. It's just a great sit down and play shooter. Really good. Perfect. Almost. December 84 is number 1 here. 1942, the third of the big 3 Capcom games in the list. The quintessential vertical shooter up, my favourite game of all time. A game full of innovations. There you go, kids. Thank you for watching that. It's been a wild ride, like Mr. Do once said. And you know I was going to say what number 1 was. And oh yeah, before you say, oi Holly, you boldy fool, you've forgotten Tiger Road. Tiger Road was a 1987 game, but it came after Street Fighter 1. So I didn't forget it. I didn't put it in because I'm chronologically correct, like a clock. Also, some shout outs, 2 shout outs, one to Charlie Farr for getting the world record on Carnival, for beating his own world record. I'll put a link in the description below. That's down there. It's not really below because that's the floor, but there's like a box that you type stuff in. And also to Alex Nintendo Arcade, who did a walk round of Arcade Club at a very similar time to me, that floor. So I'll put that in. It makes a lot more sense for some reason than mine. Anyway, thank you very much. Once again, I've enjoyed this more than I really should do, because I'm sensible now. Next one will be more sensible. Bye.